boys and girls, it's Mrs. Merkle. Happy Earth Day week. Today we're going to be drawing a little character from the movie A Bug's Life. This little guy, see him on his screen. The screen is, her name is Dot, and she was in A Bug's Life that came out in 1998. So maybe you saw it or read a book about it, but it's a really cute story made by the same people that did Toy Story. So she's got a lot of character, and I thought that would be fun to do her. She's really tiny. So I'm going to pause the screen and I'm going to go. Okay, we're going to start with the eyes of Dot. So you're going to put them probably about in the middle of the paper. I'm going to draw upside down and you guys can follow along and draw right side up. So Dot, we'll try to make her about this big. So we'll start in the middle and do two little curved lines. It's like 2 fingers in between. And then you're going to draw one eye. It's almost like a little cookie with 2 pieces missing, 2 little bites missing. And then this is her eyelid. Her eyelid on the other side. And then you're going to draw a couple, maybe 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 little eyelashes. Super cute. And then really big pupil. That's going to go on the middle of, or on that side of the eye. And you're going to color in the middle all the way. And do the same over here. Kind of put it towards the middle. Could be touching the side. That's cool. And then a big dot. You want to just fill that in. If you're using pencil, you can go back in later. And now you're going to make a little tiny line in between those eyes, sort of. And then maybe make a couple little smiley faces, little cheeks there. And then what you want to do is make a line that connects the 2 eyes. So you start at 1 and you go slow and you kind of come down like a little valley and come back and come down in the other eyelid. Okay. Now you're going to make a letter U that goes from one eye to the other, but a U that's kind of smashed. Almost like that's kind of groovy. Try to make it a little more even. Now what we're going to do is do the antennas on top. But first, let's do a couple little freckles. Right in between the eyes and then right over the mouth. Maybe some of them a little bit bigger. So like that. Okay. So then we have, now we're going to make the antenna. So ants have a pretty big antenna. So you're going to put it right where the hills are. So we're going to put one here and then one here. So make it like a little cap. It's like she's got 2 little hats on. We're going to make the antenna the way the ants are really built. So it's an exoskeleton. So the antennas are in parts, almost like little bones. So to make it number 11, that has kind of a swoop there. Number 11 that has a little curve there. And then you're going to make the second part, which is the curly. Looks like a floppy sock. So it comes out and flops around almost like a candy cane. Comes out, flops down like a candy cane. Okay. Then you want to add the little lines that go around each of the antenna. If you have ever looked at an insect, like an ant up close, you have lots of moving parts. So there's her little face. Now we're going to make she's a kid, so her head is really big and her body's kind of small. So now we're going to make her body, and we're going to start right under her mouth on one side, and you're going to make kind of a letter U, but this one has a point on it, and that comes back up like that. Then what you want to do is almost like a little, what we call it, a little tiny circle here that has kind of a straight spot. Okay, and now you're going to make another line around the bottom of that weird U. Okay, then another line there. This is going to be the shoulder where you see her little arm socket comes out. I think her hands are going to be on her hips. So there's one part, and then draw another part, kind of like that Woody doll. You know, the little bendy doll that's in the art room. Okay, so we have one. These are not real ant hands, obviously. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 fingers. And then we want to connect those, maybe make like a little hand. Okay. Let's make those little ant fingers though. Okay. You want to do the same thing on this side. So you have like a little shoulder socket. And then you want to add the arms to that. So one arm part comes down. Maybe it gets a little fatter at the bottom. And then this arm goes that way. Maybe you don't see the whole hand on this one. This one's kind of peeking out, going backwards. So you have like a little curve line, and then a little curve like that, and that's the finger. Okay? Now you're going to move to the legs, and the legs we got to squeeze them in this part down here. So we're going to do the leg in 1, 2, 3 parts. Let's just check this picture. 1, 2, 3 parts plus a foot. Okay, so we have the same thing. We'll do a little leg socket. Well, the legs are really skinny. And one part. And the third part of the leg, let's make it even bigger. Almost like she's got bell bottoms on. And then a little ankle. You can hardly see that. And then a big shoe. So that comes up at the bottom. That is the bottom of the shoe. And you're going to have it come up towards the foot or towards the ankle. Come around. And maybe you can't see that side of it because it's so big. Okay. And then let's do some ant lines. Let's call these the ant lines. Okay. And now we're going to do the same thing on this side. So let's just make sure 1, 2, 3 parts. And then a little ankle. So we'll start at about the same spot for the hip. Right there. And then we're going to do like maybe this one is a little pointing down a little bit more. So you have the first part here. And then the second part here. And then a little tiny ankle. And we're going to throw a big shoe down there. Let's go like about as big as that side. Maybe this could be pointy. This. Okay. And then when I put the little sections of foot, and the same there and there. Okay. Oh, she's looking really cute. She's got a little attitude. Now we're going to have, let's add her sides. think she's got, maybe put some toes down here. See the little two little lines that go towards the top of the shoes? Then we'll have a little more her body. So here's her back of her body. That's her, I don't know what that's called. If you guys studied the ants, you might know that, like a thorax, maybe. So she has that back there. Maybe you can see it from this side too. See a little bit there. And now we're going to have to add something you can't really see in this picture, but she has wings. She flies. So what you're going to have to do is put 2 on both sides. So we're going to start the wings at the body, okay? So right between, maybe between the shoulder and the face, we're going to come out like a half a finger length. Like a woo! And then try to hide one underneath there. Maybe you don't see the whole thing underneath there, but it's a little smaller. And then we're going to do a line in the middle of those to make it kind of webby. I want to kind of make that a little skinny. So you put a line towards that from there to there. Maybe even try to make it look like a feather. To make it look like a feather, you got to do this. Have you guys ever seen that when you look at a bug's wing really close? Almost looks like the patterns of a leaf. Whoops, I went the wrong way. Sometimes that happens. Oops, and I'm using a Sharpie. So you could put wings on the other side, but maybe she just has wings on the one side. I'm going to do a little back wing. Okay, so now we're pretty much done with the drawing part. If you guys want to add some color, Dot has bright blue eyes and a purple body. So if you guys want to share your dot drawing with me on a Flipgrid, I'm going to attach that link to this to the PTO page so you guys can find that, or you can find it on the art class rooms at through the slide deck. It will show you, give you a code for your grade Google Classroom, and you could attach take a picture with your Chromebook or with a photo and show me what you did on Flipgrid. So thank you so much for joining me. I really miss everybody, and happy day.